This conference will now be recorded.
Hello, everyone. So, you are now ready to start your business and you are looking to incorporate. So, let's go ahead and go through the very first steps. So, I'm going to do this for Georgia. So, if you're incorporating in Georgia, these are the steps that you're going to follow. Now, of course, you can always use methods like LegalZoom and other quick options to incorporate your business. But if you're doing it yourself, especially in the state of Georgia, this is the process that you definitely want to follow. So I want to make sure that you all understand that when you incorporate your business, you are not protecting your name, meaning that Tiffany S Griffin, for example. If I make my business name Tiffany S Griffin, that does not mean that nobody in the entire United States cannot use my name. The only way to do that is to protect it with a trademark, which we'll get into later, and you'll have some attorney referrals for that as well. But prior to selecting our name, you may have gone through the trademark process. If you're taking the option of choosing the name of your actual business as your LLC, then you want to make sure that you do watch the trademark. To verify, if you're incorporating with a generic name um, that you're not actually going to be doing business as, and you're going to get a DBA, which authorizes you to operate under a different name, then you don't have to worry about that. You can just get the trademark on the DBA. So the first thing you want to do is search the name that you want to use. So let's use the Tiffany S Griffin as an option. Because I want to search here to make sure that nobody else in the state of Georgia has the LLC as that name, which it came back and it said no data found, which is perfect. So let's say I was just looking for Tiffany S. So now you see it shows all these different businesses with the name Tiffany S. So as you can see, everybody's principal office address is public record. So this is what a name reservation does. It simply holds the name for you to say, I'm going to use this as my business name, and you have to pay about $50 for it. You do not need to do this if you search your business name first. A name reservation just makes the process take a little bit longer. So the reason why setting up your LLC is very important and you need to be very strategic about it is because this address that is your principal office address, you see, they used a business address, which is great for business credit and business funding. When you use a residential address like some other people used, um, it doesn't fare very well when you're trying to get funding. So previously, they used to let people use PO boxes, as you can see right here as principal office addresses, which business funding didn't like that either. But Georgia no longer allows you to use a PO box as a principal office address. So you need to make sure that you either get a virtual office address, or if worse comes to worse, you can use your your home address, but like I said, it's going to be public record. So anybody who searches the name of your business is going to be able to find out exactly where you live because that's the address that you use. Or you need to use a virtual office address. So that way your business is associated to a separate address from you. Now, keep in mind that you're going to have to pay for that virtual office address every month. Um, if you do need to use your house temporarily, that's fine. You can update your address later, um, but when you update your address, there is a separate fee to that. So it's easier if you can do it with the actual office address the first time. So now that we know our business name, Tiffany S Griffin is not taken. See, no data found. We're going to go ahead and create our LLC. So we can just click the back button right here. Now, when you create your LLC, it is going to require that you create an account. They no longer allow you to just go through without an account unless if you previously are a registered LLC and you're just updating. So you're going to type in your name and your address. And I'm just doing this information just for data sake to show you the different steps. Didn't like the caps. Okay, create your desired username. And create your password. And then fill out the question of your favorite childhood friend or whichever question you want to select, and then create my account. So I'm going to log into my actual account real quick. Just give me one moment and I'll be right back.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so now I am logged in. So once you're logged in, you can also do business searches. It's just most of the time when you're thinking about it, you don't have an account. So you can do your business searches once you've created an account or after. It's up to you. So we are going to create or register a new business, which is the second button down. And we're going to start by creating a domestic business. Now, most people end up selecting a limited liability company. Now, which company you choose to select is up to you, and you can, based on the type of business that you're selecting, definitely consult an attorney first. So in one of the links, there is a Rocket Lawyer link. You can click on that link and start a free trial with them, and in that first 30 days, you can ask as many questions as you need to an attorney for free. So that way you have all of your legal questions answered and you didn't have to pay anything out of pocket. Or you can take the option of joining the Legal Shield group. And if you join Legal Shield, then you're able to have your business protected from an attorney perspective on a month-to-month basis as well. Your requested business name. So we're doing Tiffany S Griffin, LLC, because I want to do a limited liability company. Now, if you just want to be uber duper safe, because sometimes there are a little bit of extenuating circumstances where they may not approve your name right away, you can just do a name variation as a backup, and this helps with your approval process. So instead of them coming back to you saying your name was not approved, they just go back to your second or your third choice of your business name. So you see it says your business name must be distinguishable from any existing businesses. Now, one of the things that you want to make sure of, if you're, let's say this name Tiffany S Griffin was taken, meaning there is a Tiffany S Griffin Inc. If there's a Tiffany S Griffin Inc., they will not approve your LLC because you cannot have the same name operating in the state of Georgia as a corporation. So it has to be different. Add a word. Okay. Um, if you did the name reservation, that's what this is right here, and that's that extra $50 fee that we're not going to pay because we researched our name first to make sure that our name was not taken. So depending on what your business is, this is the category that you would select. I like doing any legal business purpose because a lot of times I end up using my business for multiple things when I'm coming up with an idea or I'm thinking about something. So this is where your principal office address goes. And this is the area where it cannot be a P.O. box. Mm. And then if you have a suite number, you would insert it there. You want to include your primary email address. And then always include a backup just in case you lose access to that email. Okay. And you can create a registered agent if you would like to. And you're going to put your information in as the organizer. Now, if anybody else is an organizer of your business, you must make sure that they are represented. So that means like if you have any additional business owners. Okay. It's not gonna let me continue. Now here you can put P.O. boxes. Okay. Optional provisions. If you have any optional provisions about your business. By checking this box, you certify that the information is true and accurate. What day you're incorporating, it should be that day, unless if you want it to be future forward out. I always recommend that day. Left off the registered agent. Mm. Select your county. So they did not let us use PO boxes here anymore either. So we're going to use the business office address again. Okay. Now we're going to click continue. Now, this is it. So it's just that simple. We put our business name, our second and third choices if necessary, the business information. This is going to be your office address where you are operating out of. Your we didn't have a name approval document, so we didn't need to update that. And that's because we searched our business first to make sure that it would be available. Um, I did any legal business purpose. You can definitely use other different purposes based on what your industry is specifically. Um, I did my registered agent's address. It definitely does need to be your business address as well, just because that is, like I said, is public record. Try to avoid your house as much as possible. And then the organizer information, I used my PO box. This is an old PO box, so please do not send me any mail there. I will not get it. And then if I had any optional provisions, they would show up here. So this was our option to just review everything. So we're going to go ahead and click submit. The final submit process is simply paying your payment. So here is what is important. So you can have expedited service, which is 2 days, um, not including weekend and holiday, if you want to get it back really, really fast. And same day expedited service. So if you know that you need to open up your business bank account today or definitely this week, definitely take advantage of one of those two options. So same day business turnaround, that expedited fee is $250. Um, 2 business day turnaround is an additional $100. So it costs you $200 to get it the same day. So if you can wait that regular processing time, it normally takes about 2 weeks, but depending on, holidays or anything like that, it definitely does change. So it's up to you which option you take. Just click and pay. Once you get your approval back, I'll give y'all an example of what that looks like. You'll be fully functional. Now, it does give you your approval with the date that you submitted. So if you submit today on 4/27, once you get it back, it's going to say you are incorporated on 4/27. It is not going to say that you are incorporated on the day that it comes back, a week, 2 days, or um, 2 weeks later, depending on which option you selected. If you have any questions, definitely make sure you put it in the questions box or put it in the comments area in our Facebook group. That way we can make sure we answer everyone's questions. Definitely stay tuned for the next video and continue on your process of launching your business in 30 days or less.